Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/ProRevenge. Today we have a brand new set of great stories for you to enjoy. Subscribe to our channel if you're new here, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Sit comfortably. Here we go. Want to cut in line? Get T-boned. Preamble. I'm in North America. We drive on the right side. The college campus itself was located in a fairly busy area with a lot of pedestrian traffic, and there were only 2 roadway entrances to the campus. The main entrance road was located north of a very busy 4-lane road. We'll refer to this as VB Road. This section of VB Road is particularly bad. The nearby expressway exit dumps right at the start of this logjam, and there are 6 stoplights within a quarter-mile, 450-meter stretch afterwards, which adds to the gridlock. My 30-minute commute was literally 15 minutes from my house to the VB Road exit and 10 to 15 minutes to drive this section before I reached the college entrance. It sucks, but it's what you get for living in a big city. As mentioned earlier, this is a 4-lane road, 2 lanes east, 2 lanes west. But just before the college entrance road, there's a generously long right turn lane. I typically take the expressway, exit right onto VB Road, and keep in the right lane so I can pull into the right turn lane to get to school. The pedestrian traffic in this area is heavy, so only about 4 cars make it through the right turn for every stoplight cycle. After several weeks of commuting, I noticed that there's a craphead in a green Miata, we will refer to him as Craphead, who keeps last-minute merging into the right lane in a pitiful attempt to line hop the very slow right turn lane. There were many times where people left space and he could have easily, safely merged, but this a-hole constantly holds his lane up to look for an opportunity to pop into the right turn lane at the very last moment. This, of course, annoys me, along with many other people who actually understand the area and make this same commute every day. Background. I drive a pretty ratty-looking SUV. You would probably say it looks like a piece of crap, but it's my piece of crap. I actually take pretty good care of it. Fluids are changed regularly, well-maintained, faulty components, or at least ones suspected of being faulty, replaced before they become a problem. Body rust is the only ugly thing. Just weeks prior to school, I had installed a big brake kit, essentially a huge brake upgrade to what was previously stock. This old POS, aka my POS, will now stop just as fast, if not faster, than most cars. One day, everyone is waiting in traffic as usual, and Craphead shows up almost as expected in the right lane on VB Road just prior to the college, not in the right turn lane, mind you. As Craphead and I creep along VB Road, he eventually makes it very close to me. With the brake upgrades installed previously, I can follow very closely to the car in front of me and block Craphead from merging in front of me into the right lane. We're getting pretty close to the right turn into the college road. Craphead's still beside me, now furious that I've repeatedly blocked him off from getting into the right turn lane. At this point, I'm the first car to be making the right turn into the college road, and Crapbag is beside me. He's still in the right lane, just not the right turn lane. I figure he'll probably try to make a right turn from his lane, so the instant the stoplight turns green, I gun it. Crapbag, on the other hand, thinks he has the faster car and tries cutting me off to the right turn. What he didn't count on was that I didn't plan on braking. My POS slams into the passenger side of the Miata and crunches the entire side of his car right in. The front wheel was completely bent inwards. Of course, I put it in park, jump out, and proceed to yell the crap out of him. He tries to lie that I cut him off until 4 or 5 others pull into the college parking lot saying they saw the whole thing. College attendees who'd previously witnessed Crapbag's antics. We subsequently file a police report, and Crapbag is found at fault for improper turn. Crapbag's insurance ended up paying for a new hood and grille for my POS. They were pretty rough looking beforehand, but not damaged. On the other hand, Crapbag ended up having to take the bus for the entirety of the year. And our next story. You can't kick out family, but... A story from my grandfather, set in the 1948 to 1950 time frame. Uncle Joe bought some land with a cabin on a lake in Ontario back in the 1920s or 30s. Over the years, he kept adding to it, another cabin, a bunkhouse that slept about 12, a boathouse, a shaded outdoor dining area under some trees, etc. Each summer, Uncle Joe would invite various parts of the large family up there. It'd be a grand time. It was just called the camp, and it was well loved by the family. The only full-time resident of the camp was an older man who bred hunting dogs. This was the perfect area for that sort of thing. There were about 10 well-behaved adult dogs around most of the time, and the kids loved that each year there were puppies around too. But one year, Aunt Mabel and her passel of squalling, ill-behaved children came to the camp. No problem, they were family, and welcome. Except they stayed most of the summer. When my grandfather got there in July to stay 2 weeks, as he'd always done, Mabel and crew had been there for a while already, and Uncle Joe later said they didn't leave until September. He was too polite to kick them out, but he was fed up, especially when they made noises about coming back the next year. The next year, Uncle Joe asked my grandfather to go with him several weeks early to set up the camp. They talked to the dog breeder and hatched a plan. When Aunt Mabel and Brood arrived, everyone sat down to dinner at the outdoor dining area. The only change from last year was that there were metal plates nailed to the tables now. This caused a couple of raised eyebrows, especially when the explanation was it was easier to clean this way. But everyone ate happily. Then, when everyone was done eating, my grandfather's time to shine came. He gave a loud whistle and yelled, "Dinner time!" A pack of hounds came from the other end of the camp at a run and jumped up on the tables. They started eating the leftovers, licking all the plates clean. This took less than a minute. Uncle Joe and my grandfather stood nearby, nodding approvingly and patting the dogs. Uncle Joe said, "See? Easier to clean this way. You want to go fishing now?" My grandfather reported it was the first time he had literally seen someone's jaw drop open and start gaping open and closed like a fish. Mabel and Brood somehow decided to leave the next morning before breakfast. It had taken 2 weeks to train the dogs, and Uncle Joe and my grandfather had to spend the rest of the summer breaking them of the habit of jumping on the dining tables. Everyone agreed it was worth it. Mabel and Brood never returned to the camp. This is probably the cutest revenge I can think of. The mental image of all those doggos jumping on the table and licking the plates clean and devouring leftovers puts a smile on my face. And our next story. A $600 apology. Big twist at the end of the story. DA equals dumb butt. A couple days ago, I went out to the store to get something I needed. I was checking on my phone exactly what it was I needed to get when I heard a slam that I knew came from my car. I looked to the side and saw some older guy and his door embedded into mine. I opened my window and he said, "I hit your door." He gave me the shoulder shrug and proceeded to get in his car. I yelled for him to wait so I can assess the damage, as the hit felt pretty significant. As I expected, there was a scratch dug into the paint down to the metal and scratched beyond that as if he'd pushed it further after the initial hit, as well as a big dent to go with it. I noticed he was driving off, so I ran out to him and signaled him to roll the window down. Me: "Hey man, that was a pretty significant hit and you're just driving off without even an apology or anything?" "Hey, it's just a scratch, it's nothing." "No, it's not. The paint came off down to the metal. It's a pretty big dent. You were parked too close to me." "The hell I was. I'm parked perfectly within the lines. Look." "Well, so am I." "Well, then you had no excuse to hit it. You know what? Give me your insurance info." DA proceeds to slam on the gas and leave. I managed to snap a picture of his plates. I call the sheriff's department, as we do a lot of work for them and know everyone at the department well. But unfortunately, they told me they could not do absolutely anything because it was just a door ding and could not provide me any info from his tags. We live in a tiny town, so I go to the store and ask for his name. I get his first name. From his first name, I was able to find his Facebook. Not a lot of people named DA in my town. From his Facebook, I found we had mutual friends. From those mutual friends, I found out where he lived. From where he lived and his name, I found his phone number online. I found out everything there is to know about this guy. His family, where he likes to hang out on Saturdays, where and who he works for, what kind of beer he drinks, literally everything except what he wears to bed. From his tags, I got the VIN online. I messaged him to give him a chance to do the right thing. That went over as I expected. It was Friday night, so I could not call anywhere to get more info, so I messaged him. To make it short, he kept saying, "Meet me in the morning, if it's so important," and making fun of me, saying how his car door had a red mark and how I can do whatever I want and he'll get away with it. Come Monday, I called the local DMV as my investigation said they can give me the name of his insurance company and nothing else with the info I had. I was right. I called in the claim yesterday and got the email with the estimate totaling to almost $600. Here's the kicker. I work at a body shop and could have fixed it myself for free, not even a dime. Only reason I went through with it was sweet revenge. Thanks for effing up and being a bad person, causing me to get some much-needed money. Dumb butt. And our last story. Karen called the police to claim that I had physically hit her with my car in the Costco parking lot. I have an inconspicuous dash cam on my car because I live in the daily hazard of driving in the city. Yesterday, a woman walked out in front of my car from the side, completely disregarding the moving vehicle and the fact that, I don't know, maybe I didn't effing see her. I stopped more than 15 feet from her, but came to a screeching halt because it scared the F out of me. She came up and banged on my window. I shouldn't have engaged at all, but I cracked it and apologized for scaring her, then started to drive off. She continued beating on the side of my car and screaming at me, chased me down to the parking spot and screamed that she was going to call the police. I hung out, not saying anything until they arrived. I gave them my info, showed them the dashcam footage, and was promptly dismissed to go about my day. Justice enough for me, though I do wish I knew what happened to her. You ruined her chance to hit it big in the lawsuit lottery. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.